Hello, hello, welcome to our channel. Welcome in 2021. We are at the finish line of 10,000 days, and we've actually just listened on our own to two songs just to remind ourselves, Lost Key and Rosetta Stone. So we're not going to listen to these two today. As these two songs, if you are with us from the beginning, are actually one of the first ones I've reacted to, and
Actually,
one of the
first ones, I
Oh,
think.
was it?
Yeah.
You see, I don't even know. I thought it was Push It for some reason, but that was one of the first ones as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was essentially when I've discovered Tool. So today we will listen to the Intention and Right Into. There is actually one more song on the album. It is called Virginity Tress. But I think that
Virginity.
Virginity.
Virginity. Without
Virginity?
R, yeah. It's kind of an outro for the
It's
whole
like
album.
Latin. All right. So I've decided actually that I'm gonna listen to it on my own after the whole reaction, because from my understanding, Intention and Right Into are quite lengthy altogether. So there will be quite a lot of stuff to go through. So I just want to ensure I've experienced these songs in full. And that's it from me. I have the lyrics opened.
So
And I'm ready.
first Intention, and I'll just let you know when the Right Into starts, but I won't be doing any pauses, I guess.
Yes, if you don't mind. And as always, before I forget, thank you so much for all your comments and engagement under our videos. Thank you so much to our patrons. If you would like to support us, the link will be under the video.
Okay, so first
I'm ready.
Intention.
What a nice start already.
Interesting one, isn't it?
Mm.
It's like a movie. and right into.
Oh, quite smooth transition.
Angels on the sideline, puzzled and amused. Why did Father give these humans free will? Now they're all confused. Don't these talking monkeys know that Eden has enough to go around? Angels on the sideline, baffled and confused. Father bless them all with reason, and this is what they choose. Monkey killing, monkey, you're pieces of the ground. Give them thumbs, they forge a blade, and brothers want the bound to divide it. Right into. Right into.
Wow.
building up quite nicely.
That's it.
Yes.
Oh, I think it's gonna be my new faves. Honestly, it was a masterpiece. I enjoyed every second of it.
It's one of, you mean right into?
Both of them,
Both
to be
of them.
honest, both of them were so great. I know that Tool usually, I mean Maynard usually sings strong pieces, and there's this mixture of voices. But I feel like the more delicate he goes, the more beautiful his voice sounds. Oh, that was so good. And the first one, the intention was like really delicate throughout.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, I'm lacking words right now. Oh God. Let's start from the beginning then. There wasn't a lot of words in intention. Can we consider intention an intro to write into, you reckon?
I don't know actually. I never heard about this to be like
Together in a
Yeah.
sense, yeah. The only reason why I asked is because the lyrically he keeps saying pure, pure, pure
Yeah.
throughout. So pure as we begin, pure as we come in. That's how the song starts, and it reminds me of the
Also,
time you being born.
but also it says about things like spark becomes a flame, flame becomes a fire, forge a blade to slay the stranger, take whatever we desire. Like it speaks to the same things like right into us. Like first you're pure, like duality of the nature of the human being, something like that. So I think they're connected.
Okay, in this sense. What I've picked up, even with the flames, because the little flame becomes a fire, right? So it's like the development, that shows the development, and we are starting as something really small, or something pure, because the little flame is pure, and then it becomes a fire. So the whole song, I took it as a statement of the time when we are born, and kind of a tabula rasa, I'd say, that we are being as a blank paper with no experiences, no data, and then we are shaped by the environment and by everything. That's why we
Okay,
are transforming.
That's interesting, but at the same time, so you're right that pure as we begin can be compared to blank slate, but then he, like, couple of times he presents several situations that start with being pure but ending up in the same scenario, like fighting. So pure as we begin, here we have a stone, gather, place, erase, sow, shelter turns to home. So it's like positive scenario. But then pure as we begin, here we have a stone, throw to stay as the stranger, swore to crush his bones. So negative scenario. See, and
Because it can go both ways.
yeah,
We are being born as tabula rasa, without any mental content, but the more we are growing, the more experiences we get, and these are not always good ones. But he also expresses that there are good ones, that are good, that should be there, right? That have some good value in it.
I'm not so sure. I would say it, even though if
We're gonna have disagreement.
so if it was blank slate,
Mhm.
there would be more than just two scenarios. I think he presents duality that even though it is kind of like a blank slate when you're born, you still are kind of hardwired to some things.
Yes, but I don't think the way I took the song excludes the duality, because that's the thing. Hey, for me, like the thing that spoke to me was this pureness, pure as we begin, and it is being that's what I took out from the song throughout, that we are pure, that there is some beginning, and as we grow in, we are acquiring certain knowledge. So there can be the duality of knowledge, right? So I don't think the way I took the song excludes the duality that is presented in the song.
Okay, I think
Because you
I
look
know
at
what you
this
mean.
from the perspective of duality, that this song represents, let's say, fight with between good and evil, or just duality, just contradicting things, right, in life.
Kind
The
of
duality of nature,
like
like you said.
either being corrupted with time or staying on the good side. Kind of this type of duality. Yeah.
Moved by will alone. That's how the song ends, and that's also really strong, I think.
And it's being said twice. That's also interesting.
Yeah, and that would I think that would fit kind of the duality that you said and that you mentioned, because it all depends. We've been given the free will, right? So it all depends on our will ultimately, which type of duality we will be drawn towards more, let's say. But still, the main point I took from it, and I think I'm gonna kind of stand by it, was this tabula rasa. Like it was like in my head right away, and that's how I took the song throughout. Because as you grow and you get in those experiences, and it can indeed express the duality of human nature, but at the point where you have and acquired this knowledge and acquired this, let's say, duality. And that's it. That was so amazing, so beautiful. One note I made during listen was the snake hissing. I made a note of this just to remember to mention it, because at times Intention also evolved certain
What do you mean by
different
snake
feelings.
hissing?
So I almost heard a snake hissing in the song. So it was so beautiful, so delicate yet scary. at times.
Was it at the beginning? Or-
It was, and then I think somewhere towards the middle. So there was this kind of also scary part, which I think was there on purpose, and it was just the musical scariness that the way you should feel. I think, and that was really amazing. That amazed me as well. So that's what I made a note of.
Yeah, I think I mentioned at the beginning that it felt like a music for the movie. Like it was very surround. Like you could hear some, I don't know, the voices of fight, maybe something like that. Like it
Yeah.
felt like you were in a movie.
Oh, I know what you mean now. Okay, I thought just the song reminds of some kind of movie type of a song, but like almost as you're in the movie. Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got you. Yeah, especially when you have good headphones, you have different sounds on your left ear and then different sounds on your right ear, which I think only adds up to the experience. You can't get this, I think, with some
I think
cheap headphones.
most headphones have different sounds on the left and the right.
No, but I mean, the quality of the sound.
Yeah, it definitely
So
adds
it
up to
added
it.
up, I think. Yeah. That's it. That's it in terms of intention,
And
really.
was it a good intro? Would you say was it a good intro to write into?
Yeah, I think so. Especially that it ends with "moved by will alone." So that's why I thought it can be treated as some kind of an intro, like you said, the duality of nature, and for me, the tabula rasa. And then you have expansion on this and on these actual experiences in right into, and the way the song ends, this very last part. That's why for me, it could be interlinked actually. Let's go to right into then, because that was so good.
Yeah, it's one of my
Absolutely.
favorite songs. Like it's
Honestly.
in top 5, I'd say.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be my favorite. Like both of them is just, I'm just gonna be listening to them to these two together, and I can't wait to listen to the last song as well. Although it has no lyrics, right?
Yeah,
think it
it's
will
it's
be.
like outro to the whole album.
Yeah, I think when you listen to all of them together, the great experience
The
just
whole
continues.
album,
Yeah.
I think the whole album is great to
Yeah.
listen in one go.
Yeah, let's try to stay on the topic though, because we're gonna start discussing the whole album in a bit. Right into, we're going to right into, and it starts. Oh, firstly, maybe I'm just gonna ask you, what do you think about the title? Is it exactly the same as you've mentioned in Intention, the duality of the nature? That's why you write into.
It is, I think it is about duality again, maybe
Mhm.
in slightly different context for me. But yeah, it is like right into, it speaks very well about the whole song, I think.
Okay. So going back to the Intention again, it ends with "moved by will alone," and then we kind of have this our acts based on our will. It starts with angels on the sideline, puzzled and amused. Why did Father give these humans free will? Now they are all confused. So in the very first sentences,
It is
you have
about the will, yeah.
exactly. So that's what struck me out. That it's some kind of next part. It was stronger, yet still there was this delicateness.
It
you
wa-
know.
It was delicately strong, yeah. Like it was building up very for a long time, and at the same time, it was very delicate, wasn't it? Like musically, I love this song.
Even musically, when you said it's building up, I don't think I've realized it is building up at the time you told me to, because it was at such an early
It
stage
was
of
like
a build up.
intensifying.
Yes, it was intensifying, but what was really also again interesting to me was that after there was the end of the build up, normally what you would expect is like very strong
Like a
voice
drop. Yeah,
and or scream.
yeah.
But there was something, the voice was different, like it was through the wall, like you couldn't really hear it. So that was really interesting move, I think. Just song wise, on the musical note, and that sounded really interesting as well. It gave you time to think. But let's come back to the free will. We're gonna dig up a bit more in it. I absolutely love the lyrics as well. I think the message is really, really deep, really strong in this song as well. That it just added up to the whole experience. Don't these talking monkeys now that Eden has enough to go around, plenty in this holy garden, silly monkeys. He keeps referring to monkeys. Is he referring to humans?
I
you
think
reckon?
I think this is like saying that humans are like monkeys, kind of without a big brain, because they have all they need in the Eden, for example. I think it's about the Earth. Like Earth has everything they need, but they still compete and fight with each other over the resources, and so on.
What one note I've made during listen was dehumanization, and just dehumanize the people. That's why he calls them monkeys. Um, then it is a bit of a paradox, really, because he says that the state of human nature, he highlights the free will. That's something that,
I think I know where you're going with that. It's interesting. Continue.
yes, that's what makes us different from animals, right? So it's kind of contradictory in the song itself.
And it doesn't only show this rivalry and competition in the bad light, maybe mostly in the bad light, but I think he mentions in some verse that they are writing to, but also for love, not only for like resources, but also for things like noble things like love. Oh yeah, they fight till they die over blood, over love. They fight till they die over words, polarizing angels on the sidelines again.
But do you think it's not bad then?
No, I think it's
'Cause I'm not
dual.
sure
It's again duality. It can be over good things. It can be over wrong things as well. So human can fight not only for wrong causes. That's how I take it.
But how do you know? That's the thing. How do you know that that's what the song expresses? That how do you know that? Because he says they fight till they die over blood and over love. You said duality, so I would assume the blood you reckon is bad, right? The love is something good to fight for.
Let's say, yeah.
But that's what you think. What if it's all put into the one box? And
So it's all
actually
wrong.
the criticism of the actual human. I think I'm going too far, but really, what if it was a criticism of all of this?
It could be, yeah. I don't say it definitely is, but it's maybe my bias because I think sometimes it's my strong belief that sometimes even bad things can lead, like seemingly bad things can lead to good results. So that might be my bias actually.
I mean, I may be wrong as well. I'm just trying to question because it makes me think.
So check this out. To give them thumb, they make a club to beat their brother down. Okay, that's pretty bad. How they have survived so misguided is a mystery. Like, but even though it's so tragic, the history of humans is so tragic, we still survived and we still are thriving. And
But that's the thing. That's not what the song says. He doesn't say we are thriving. He's genuinely surprised that we actually survived. He can't comprehend how we could survive being such a silly monkeys. Although I agree with, your worldview, your view, and your values, I just don't see it in the song. I think it's more of a criticism in general.
I mean, when I read the words, I see mostly criticism, like you said. I'm just like I said, it's my bias, I guess, and I'm trying to find something good out of it.
Yeah, that's also interesting, isn't it? How you just trying to, or you just see it. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a matter of interpretation. On the finish note, I think all I wanted to say really is is the human nature good or is the human nature inherently bad?
Can it
That
be
is the
neither?
question.
Can it be neither good or bad? It's just this. Like if it's
Mhm.
non-changeable, if it's like it's just written in stone and we cannot change it, then there's no point of thinking whether it's good or bad. It only makes sense to evaluate it if we can actually change it. And from what I'm reading in this song, it's not changeable, isn't it? So if it's not changeable, why evaluating it good or bad? I don't know.
I mean, but then isn't it that it is a little bit of expression that the human nature is inherently bad or silly, And I mean,
Yeah,
in the song, it's not like I agree, regardless of whether we agree or don't. Probably most of us wouldn't agree.
definitely the angels are kind of like leading the narration that like they cannot figure out why Father made those humans and why did he give them free will. But
And
maybe that's the point. Maybe because they have, or we have, the free will, we can choose bad, but we can also, like, there is a chance we will choose wisely as well. I don't know. Like, for me, it's kind of optimistic actually, and I like this song, and probably I have the wrong understanding of it, but I
maybe
still
your understanding is right. Actually, it's incredible how you are taking the song and how you can.
maybe angels cannot understand it because they don't have free will. Like, they are so enslaved to God. It's probably not the best word, but I cannot find better. They're so enslaved to God that they just don't see a
Attached.
attached yet, or they have no their free will, so they don't see positives coming out of humans' free will. But God, in that scenario, probably did it for a reason, right?
Yeah, and angels on the sideline again. So he highlights and reiterates this. So I think we are kind of waving somewhere around the correct interpretation. I don't think we are there yet. I think this what you said is quite important. There must be something more in the angels on the sideline. Maybe you're right. Actually, maybe it's that just to highlight that actually angels, they don't have free will. So why are we, when we are looking to Christianity, for example, why Christians aim to be in heaven, to become an angels, if actually they have free will now? Maybe something like this.
Maybe, and also angels are still on the sidelines, like they're not in the main part. They're not playing the main part. They're just on the sidelines because I see them only as a tool. Oh, the tool is a great word actually. They're a tool of God. They're not. They're not entities on their own. They're just tool.
I really like where we're going. Now, we have the tabula rasa, the duality of human nature first, and then we are expanding to right into where I'm still struggling to say what the song is about. We're going to write into which expands on which is just a discussion perhaps about the mystery of the free will and of the
that's
human
well
nature.
put. Yeah, it's well put.
Huh. I think that's it. I think we can stop on this because there's probably so much in the song, and we're just gonna be,
Circling around.
circling
Yeah,
around
I
on
agree.
the sea and the boat, not getting to the bottom of it. Really, I think we're gonna have to listen to it a few more times, especially me. Even just to listen to it and to close my eyes, lie on bed, for example, and just have a good listen. It is great, and it evolves a lot of emotions in you as well. Again, I think Tool is great for giving you these emotions.
Yeah,
Really.
and actually, like, musically, those actually one more thing from me to say. Those two songs were quite different when it comes to music performance. That's also another duality. One is very peaceful, and second one is more aggressive, but still not fully aggressive.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I felt like it still fits there. I didn't feel like there was like too big of a change.
All right.
I still even I didn't like fully realize when Intention ends and Right Into starts. I don't know if that was you and you turn on Right Into so smoothly, or that's how it goes in the album.
It just, I played it like continuously. I didn't start.
Yeah, so even the transition is so smooth, almost as if it's just another stage.
I think you can hear like the drums, like more tribal drums are starting the Right Into.
Yes, and which is also interesting because, like you said, the tribal drums. So it kind of gives you an indication of some beginnings or of something quite primitive, or not to say primitive, but basic, right? But then you have expansion on this free will and on all those experiences after the knowledge is acquired.
Yeah, on all the sounds and all this, like, it's very, like, the whole song is coming up to the final very smoothly, I would say, but inevitably.
Mm.
That's my impression, at least.
Yeah. What we if we're gonna scrub this whole discussion, then listen to Virginity Trust and then discuss it again.
What do
I
you
just
mean?
feel like
So
we missed something.
so
We
you
just can't.
so you want me now to play the last song, the
We can do
outro?
it off the record, you know. We can do it off the video. I just feel like there's something more in
I see.
writing too that we just can't tackle. Not yet, at least. At least I can't. You've been probably really spot on with the discussion you had and looking and searching for these good things and the
Okay.
duality of human nature, you know, and this free will for searching for the good stuff. And I think your interpretation may have been spot on. I just feel like one listen is not enough for me. So I think it's good time to finish really. Only because I absolutely love the two songs. As you probably hear, I'm just a bit dissatisfied with myself and the way I took the song. I just don't feel I have the essence yet, you know, especially in writing too.
I think it's like with all songs, you will get it differently, the different attitude you will have. So now, if you will listen to it again with looking, if you aim to look for something else, you might just as well find it. But it doesn't mean it's wrong or not.
Yeah,
you know.
I know, and it was a great experience. Honestly, I think it's 10 out of 10. Definitely, I absolutely love them. I think they may be my favorite songs. I'm just a bit disappointed with myself, really, only because but you know, it's my first listen. I won't get it with the first listen. I really want to listen to it again, and I just want to tackle the essence. Hopefully, you will help me out in the comment section. I will be grateful for any comments if you like or dislike the reaction, and see you next week when we start Fear Inoculum.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
So
I
I
can't
heard. So I
wait.
heard. And me neither. As always, thank you so much for watching and for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.